The topic we are going to see is randomized block design, RBD. Okay, so RBD is a flexible, okay, and adaptable and easy to analyze. Okay, so this is a flexible design, means we can use any number of treatments. Okay, so there is no restriction in treatment. Okay, so RBD is a flexible design, okay, and easy to analyze, and it is used if the variation in the experimental material is one way variation. Okay, that is, we will use CRD if there is no variation. Okay, in the experimental material, if there is no variation, then we will go for CRD. Okay, so in the experimental material, if there is one way variation, then we will go for RBD. See, for example, okay, so situation where we will go for RBD. See, I already told that if there is in the experimental material, if there is one way variation, then we will go for RBD. Okay, so in the problem 1, we want to compare the effect of board teaching and PPT teaching and online mode of teaching on, okay, online mode of teaching on students' performance in exam. Okay, so here the experimental material is students. Okay, so if the students IQ level are different, okay, that is one way variation in okay, one way variation in experimental material. Okay, that is IQ level of students are different. Okay, that is, there is variation in the IQ level of students. Okay, okay, then okay, in this case we will go for RBD. Similarly, in the problem 2, you want to compare the different level of fertilizer, okay, on application of yield of rice plant. Okay, so in this experimental material is field, okay, and the experimental unit is plot. Okay, so which contain rice plant. Okay, so in the plot only we will contain rice plant. Okay, so if the fertility gradient in the soil or changes in one direction, okay, so, that is, the field is not homogeneous. Okay, so the field is heterogeneous. Okay, so in this condition we will go for RBD. Okay, so they said in the second point, they said that we will use this design if the variation in the experimental material is one way. Okay, that is one way heterogeneity in the experimental material. Okay, and the third point is this RBD is called versatile design. Okay, that is, we will use this design commonly. Okay, that is mostly RBD only used. Okay, in field experiment. Okay, so we will say this design is versatile design. Okay, and fourth one is, unlike CRD, unequal replication is not allowed in this design. Okay, so in CRD we can use unequal replication. Okay, but in RBD we cannot use unequal replication. So we are called RBD as RCBD. Okay, that is randomized complete block design. Okay, so we are saying RBD is randomized complete block design because we cannot use unequal replication. Okay, that is, replication should be equal. Okay, and then in each block, okay, so all the treatment should be present. Okay, so we are saying RBD is randomized complete block design. Okay, and in RBD we will use all the three principles. Okay, replication, randomization, and local control. Okay, but in CRD we will use only two principles. Okay, that is replication and randomization. Okay, but in RBD we will use all the three principles. Okay, so replication, randomization, and local control. Okay, then we will see layout of RBD. Okay, so layout means the way in which the treatment is assigned to the experimental unit. Okay, so how we are assigning a treatment to the experimental unit. Okay, that is layout. Okay, so layout of RBD. Okay, step 1 is we want to divide the whole experimental material into blocks. Okay, so first we want to divide the whole experimental material into blocks. Okay, and then we want to divide the blocks into experimental units. Okay, and then we want to randomize the treatment within each block. Okay, so this is the 5 step. Okay, see I will say first one. Okay, the first step is you want to divide the whole experimental material into number of blocks. Okay, into blocks. Okay, so the first step is you want to divide the whole experimental material into blocks. Okay, like this. Okay, so first we are dividing the whole experimental material into blocks. Okay, so number of blocks should be equal to the number of replication. Okay, for example, 4 replication means, for example, 4 replication means you want to divide the whole experimental material into 4 blocks. Okay, so second step is the number of blocks is equal to the number of replication. Okay, like this. Okay, number of blocks should be equal to number of replication. Okay, so for example, I am taking 4 replication, so there is 4 blocks. Okay, and step 3 is we want to divide each block into experimental units. Okay, see, that is we are dividing the each block into experimental unit. Okay, so number of experimental units should be equal to number of treatments. See here. Okay, the number of experimental unit in each block is equal to the number of treatments. Okay, so I am dividing the each block into 3 units. Okay, so the number of units should be equal to the number of treatments. See here. Okay, we are having 4 blocks. Okay, that is 4 replication, and in each replication we are having 3 treatments. Okay, that is 3 experimental units. Okay, so we want to randomize the treatment within each block. Okay, so we can see in the first replication we are doing randomization, that is T1, T2 and T3. Okay, and similarly in the second replication we are doing randomization, T1, T2, T3, like this. Okay, like this you want to do the randomization within each block. Okay, like this. Okay, that is first randomization is done for each block. Okay, that is within block is homogeneous and between block is heterogeneous. Okay, so the layout of RBD is, the first step is you want to divide the whole experimental material into blocks. Okay, and the number of blocks is equal to number of application. Okay, and then you want to divide the each block into experimental units. Okay, so the number of experimental units is equal to the number of treatments. Okay, and fifth step is you want to randomize the treatment within each block. Okay, so note that the first randomization is done for each block. Okay, that is within block homogeneous and between block heterogeneous. Okay, so this is the layout. Okay, so the step 3 is the layout. Okay, so first we are dividing the experimental material into number of blocks. Okay, and then we are dividing the each block into number of experimental units. Okay, and then we are doing randomization within each block. Okay, so you can see that within block homogeneous. Okay, so within block the treatment should not repeat. Okay, so within block, okay, that is within replication the treatment should not repeat. Okay, but between block the treatment can repeat. Okay, that is in R1 and R3. Okay, that is T1 is there. Okay, but in R1, okay, in R1 there is only 1 T1, 1 T2 and 1 T3. Okay, and similarly in R2 there is only 1 T1, 1 T2, 1 T3. Okay, similarly in R3 and R4. Okay, but you compare between block. Okay, that is if you compare R1 and R3, okay, T1 is same. Okay, T1 is same. Okay, and if you compare R1 and R4, okay, T2 and T2 is there. Okay, so the within block homogeneous and between block heterogeneous.